doing it all the way down here, okay? You'll see on the bottom of the cleat, there's spikes here, and then there's spikes here, and there's a gap in the middle. There's a gap. What I'm trying to do is get a couple strips, like 2 strips, in those gaps. Okay?
So put it in the gap.
So see if it's not all covered in spikes.
This is just to look good, right?
I mean, it supports the ankle, but not as much as it ankle, yeah. So then what I do, I always go, I just like going right to left. There's no medial lateral. I do strips around the back. So I start here at the bottom of like where the shoe is.
Coming back.
And I'll come here.
It's been a while, Kira.
And I come around. So I connect it to the tape. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different than an ankle. And I'm just doing this all the way until I touch here.
Really, Jay?
And my angle will kind of get bigger. Like, see, it starts here. Like, this doesn't move up as much, but this angle gets bigger here.
Yeah.
So then this angle will kind of get bigger there. So that way it like kind of lays a little bit more flat on the back. And then see how I'm kind of just starting to touch there? I'll maybe do like one more to kind of overlap right there. And then this piece right here, I'll do like strips and try to get down like low enough. I'll show you why in a minute.
So like the middle of the heel.
So come here, not so it's just like a little strip like that. You really want to almost get like from side to side on the foot. Does that make sense? Because see where these like end, like where these end right there? What you're doing is pretty much like 2 to 4 heel locks and then finishing it up. Okay? So I'm going to come here. The thing about the heel locks is think about like where the shoe is right here. Where sometimes what I'll actually do is put a heel and lace pad like under this tongue piece right here. What you don't want is your heel and lace pads just to cover right here because that bottom piece will dig into their Achilles. When I try to do my heel and lace pads, I try to get like almost half, like a little bit on the shoe. Does that make sense? I don't know if you can see it from that side. But then, and then when you come down with your heel and lace pad, you try to get in that gap. And I'll do like that. And then see how I'm kind of coming down on the shoe more than his ankle. So see my point is when these come down, see I'm covering those ends. So your heel locks are going to keep these pieces down. And then try not to get too much on the spikes. And then what I do is I'll do 2 to 4, and then I'll just finish off around the bottom like this. And then I just try to get that last line kind of clean. And then I finish off ripping underneath.
This looks easier than the ankle.
And then see the only piece is I see how I pre-wrapped all this?
Yeah.
Just to rip this piece off, or when they start running, it'll start falling off. It is easier than an ankle, I think. But, so then you're here.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing if you want to do, the only other thing you can do is maybe since I have that strip there, I might go over